Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and welcome to Mail Monday, weekly series. It's not so much about the gameplay, but instead is about your questions and my answers to them. Here we go! Alright, a quick note before I read this one. It's from a member of the 4%, roughly the number of girls that watch my videos. He wants to hook up. Woody, I recently had what some people would call a thing with my guy friend. We would play Xbox all the time, and one night after he got off, he confessed that he had a crush on me. I admitted that I liked him too. The only problem was that he liked another girl more. Our thing continued on for 3 days when he told me he didn't want to talk to anymore. I was just like, okay. Wednesday, 2 weeks later, he texted me after school and told me he wanted to touch my butt because it looked really good. I had been wearing yoga pants. Yeah, I think we all understand the yoga pants thing. He went on to basically ask me if I wanted to hook up. I was completely opposed to the idea. I had lost interest. Now I don't really know how to handle this. Should I try to stay friends with him or just completely ignore him? I need help. Alright, so this guy shows some interest in you, you reciprocate, and then he pulls back that interest, and then you pull back yours. He played this all wrong. First, before I give you advice, I want to give some advice to my guy listeners out there. Look, pursue what you want with clarity and dedication, and your odds will be much higher. This is how it works with girls. This is how it works with life goals. This is how it works with schoolwork. This is how it works with your career. Pursue what you want with clarity and dedication. You want to raise at work? Tell your boss, line up some sort of objective that he'll hold, you know, as the brass ring out there. Grab it and then demand it. You'll get promoted. On to this girl. You know, you guys, don't do what this guy did. Don't say you like her and then not like her enough and then turn it into some sort of kind of yes, kind of no thing. It's nonsense, and I can see why she pulled back her affection. I would have too if I was her. You know, I'm nobody's second choice. I'm nobody's, silver prize. That's not how this thing rolls. You know, we are the brass ring. And if you don't like that, then you'll have to find somebody else. That's how this is supposed to go. So, on to her. You know, what should she do with this thing? The vibe I'm getting here is that she doesn't really like this guy. That her feelings of being completely opposed to hooking up with him are still true. But what she should do is exactly what she freaking wants to do, right? I feel like she's in the driver's seat here. He likes her. She doesn't like him. You want to be friends? You can be friends with him. You want to be, some sort of girlfriend with him, or you want to have nothing to do with him? You can have any of those things. You get to define it because he's the one chasing you, as he should be, right? Your team gamertag. Who wouldn't want that? I will give you this advice, though, and this is to her, not to everybody. Please, be very direct and specific and not wishy-washy in what you're looking for. If you want to be friends with him, you tell him, I think we should just be friends. If you want to be a girlfriend with him, which I don't think you do, you tell him that. If you want nothing to do with him, you tell him that. But what you don't do is, kind of go back to the flirty stage that you had before where it might be a thing someday or not. Because even though this guy screwed up and didn't pursue what he wanted with clarity and dedication, he doesn't deserve to be tortured, right? He could very well be stuck in this friend zone where he pines after you, where he wishes that he was your boyfriend, where you are this object of desire, this perfect girl that he screwed up and missed his chance with, this girl that looks great in yoga pants and plays video games with him. You could be his dream, and he's kicking himself for being so stupid to have messed up his opportunity. What you should do, out of kindness, is be direct with him. You can't be half in and half out on this thing. You need to tell him exactly where you stand and understand that, if he likes you, and it seems like he does right now, that, he's going to take any hint of affection as, so you say there's a chance. And, you need to make it clear if there is no chance that there is no chance, just so that he doesn't spend the next 3 years on the bench hoping that you change your mind. On the bench being, closing his doors to other girls who might like him in a way that you don't. So yeah, be kind by being direct if you're a girl. And if you're a guy, dude, just understand. Love has an expiration date, and this guy missed his window. He could have had something, and he screwed it up. Dating a Belieber. Hey Woody, I've been a fan for a while and I've got a problem on my hands. I've been dating this girl for a couple months, but there's something holding me back. She's a huge fan of Justin Bieber. She constantly talks about him with her friends, even if she's right in front of me. They always say how he's so perfect and so amazing. Every wall in her room is covered with his posters, and she has all his songs and even his damn perfume. I wasn't exactly fine with this, but it was tolerable. Here's my problem. Recently, I showed a video of him sleeping with a prostitute in Brazil and translated an article for her. She was really mad. But not at him, at me. I showed her more and she just got even more mad. Even now, she believes that it's all bullshit and that he's some perfect god who would never spit on his fans or grope someone at a meet and greet or speed through a city in a Lamborghini or punch a kid at laser tag. I just don't know how to proceed in this. She doesn't share my taste in music, but she doesn't hate it or try to influence me away from it. I would hate to do the same for her, but with all this shit Justin pulls, I just hate watching her worship him. Alright, so, different people handle jealousy in different ways. There are some people who don't get jealous in the slightest. That's just how they're wired. I have a friend, and he almost likes the jealousy, kind of. Like, his wife is really pretty. And, she gets dolled up and goes to strip clubs with him, and the other guys kind of they all wish he was him. And I think that he really enjoys that aspect of his relationship. He's secure that she likes him, and he kind of digs being the guy that everyone else in the room wishes they were. That's his gig. And it seems like he almost goes out of his way to promote situations in which that happens. You and I think, are the opposite. We don't want other guys looking at our girl. We don't want our girl looking at other guys. It's a 1v1 thing going on here, right? I don't want to hear how you'd like to be with Justin Bieber, right? That I like to think that you want to be with me, that I am your first place prize here. And, I think that your problem isn't just Justin Bieber. I imagine that if she had her walls with Channing Tatum posters all over the place, and she wore the guy's clothes and talked about how wonderful he was, that you wouldn't dig that either. Now, maybe Justin Bieber's a particularly hard pill to swallow, but I think that this has more to do with the fact that she's obsessed over somebody who's not you, as it is the fact that she's obsessed over Justin Bieber in particular. And there are right ways and wrong ways to handle this. Two wrong ways that come to mind. One, you can sit there and do the opposite to her. You can say, oh my God, I totally like whatever the freak that chick from Harry Potter's name is. If I was with her, it would be so wonderful. She's the greatest thing on earth. If you just sit there and try to give her a taste of her own medicine, that's wrong, right? That's not going to have the effect that you're looking for. Right? What you're really looking for is for her to sit there and freaking behave around you, not for you guys to have a, who can be a more disrespectful competition. The other wrong way to handle it is the way that you're going about it. You can sit there and try and discredit this guy until you change her opinion of someone that, where she's just not really open to facts and proof and documents and things like that. I think the right way to handle this thing is to tell her that she needs to keep her private thoughts private, that it hurts your feelings when she does this sort of thing, that it's not good for the relationship when she makes you feel like the consolation prize, and that if she has these thoughts about this other guy, that she needs to not mention them to you. That's the right way to go about this. Look, what you have is a young relationship. If you were dating an adult, well, one, that'd be probably sick and wrong. But you wouldn't run into this kind of thing. Adults just kind of intrinsically know that this isn't how you treat each other. And but you're dating someone young, someone who doesn't know how to think about other people's feelings quite yet, and that's the problem you have. So tell her to. Tell her, look, man, it makes me feel like a consolation prize. It makes me feel like second place when I'm in this situation, and I'm not okay with it. Too drunk, too embarrassed. Hey, Woody. So Saturday night, my friends and I went to a party with a lot of alcohol and weed there. I was the designated driver, so I was told to take a couple shots, then quit so I could sober up and drive home. That's not usually how designated driver works. I didn't, though. I ended up taking around 12 shots, smoking like 4 bowls, and I blacked out after the 6th shot, second bowl. So I don't remember most of the party until I woke up in my car with a sober friend driving me and everyone else home. I woke up to tweets about me and how I was partying way too much, and I'm really embarrassed. I understand I'm drinking at a young age. I'm a junior in high school. For my international people, that puts them at about 16 or 17 years old. I understand drinking at a young age is wrong and very stupid. I shouldn't have done it, and I'll never be doing that again. My problem is, I don't know how to deal with this going to school tomorrow. No one has told the whole story about what happened, but apparently I got everyone's attention. So Woody, can you help me? I don't know how to handle this other than to prevent it in the future. Thanks. Alright, first, I think I'd be not doing this thing right if I didn't mention what the actual dangers of drugs and alcohol are. Not the stuff that you hear everywhere else, but look, there are 2 ways that drugs, alcohol, whatever, can go wrong. One, and I don't think this applies to you, is that they get either emotionally or physically addicted to it in such a way that they want to spend all their time in an altered state, and that's a problem. All of a sudden, the real things, the things that matter, that you don't accomplish because you're doing drugs and alcohol. The other, and this might be you, is they make some kind of mistake that has a permanent impact. That mistake might be driving and you injure yourself, someone you love, or someone that you don't even know, but now you've altered someone's life for the negative. The other is that you make some kind of terrible decision, right? You know, what if under the influence of this stuff, you rape a girl? Or you're a girl and you have consensual sex and now you have a baby on your hands? Or like, these things can actually go wrong because of drugs and alcohol, and you just need to make sure that, like, you're not getting blackout wasted like this guy did, because bad things can happen when you do. But that's not the core of his question. Let's address the core of his question, which is, what the hell do I do tomorrow? I'm embarrassed myself, and I'm not sure what to handle next. Here's the thing. You might feel like the talk of the town. It's easy to think that you are in the middle of the world and that everybody is looking at you and everybody is watching, but they're really not. That's not an actual problem that we have here. The actual thing is, you don't want to develop a reputation as this guy, but most people don't know or don't care, and it's not that big of a deal. So, when you get to school and they say, oh my God, you did this or this Saturday night, you say, I'm so embarrassed. That's totally not me. I'm not doing that again. And that's it. You can repeat that. You can say it over and over. I'm embarrassed. That's not me. Then you won't be that guy, because that's not the guy that you want to be known as. You don't want everyone to be cheering on you at the next party to do this shit again. That's not where you want to be on this thing. It's very possible that the next time they have this party and you were the life of it, they want you to stand on the table, wear the lampshade, smoke the bowls, and do the shots. And you need to say, no, fuck that. I'm not giving in. I'm not doing... heck, you can do the undesignated driver thing, right? Volunteer for it, and then next time, be the sober guy. No more couple of shots before you drive. I don't know what kind of bullshit that was in the first place. That's got to stop. That's not your thing. Be designated driver and tell them no, you're DD, and that they have to respect that and call it good. And then you won't develop a reputation that you've started on. You need to cut that. Cut it short and wise up. So best of luck for you. Bye.